Hi, everyone. This is Candy Johnson. I am your host, and this is Real Talk brought to you by Real Raw Records. Today's topic is fear is a liar, fear, and how it affects us and keeps us from reaching our goals, or how it affects us in our believing in ourselves, and it really affects people's self-esteem and stuff like that. It really takes a toll on you mentally when you are overwhelmed by fear. Fear is FEAR, all right? So F standing for false, E standing for evidence, A standing for appearing, and R standing for real. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a meme so that I can make this very clear and relay that understanding to you all with the imagery as well to relate to the understanding. But false evidence appearing real is what fear stands for. So, in collaboration with the title, Fear is a Liar. It's false evidence, all right? It's not real, okay? When I have come across things in life that I feared, I didn't think of those things as being false. To me, they were very real and very apparent, and it was like, can't you see this? This is really a bad thing. It's really horrible. It's really scary. But the truth of the matter was, which is opposing to being a lie, but the truth of the matter is that those things were only realistic in my mind. I made them real. I made them real in my mind. Things that I felt were impossible, they were only impossible in my mind. I feared failure because to me, failure was more realistic than being successful. All right. So therefore, when things appear real, there are some effects to that in our behaviors. There are some effects to that in our actions. There are some effects to that. This will really hopefully be helpful to the procrastinators. Oh, wow. I should probably do a whole segment on procrastinating, but I'll just touch on it a little bit in this segment. Many times the reason that people procrastinate is because there's something that they're fearing or avoiding that particular thing relieves some level of stress for them because they fear an element of that particular thing. I'll give you an example. When I was filling out the paperwork to get the federal status for my record label, because of me feeling inadequate and incapable of filling out federal documents, I'm like, this is a really big thing. Like, also, other people kind of put fears in my head that only a lawyer can do this, and no one has ever been able to do this before. That built up anxiety, or same thing, fear in my mind. All right. So I procrastinated some days. All right. Because I feared them turning me down. But I thank God for giving me confidence, because one day he told me, and he made it very plain and simple to me. He said, "You know how to write a song?" And I said, "Yes, I know how to write a song. It's no problem for me to write a song." And he said, "Well, when you write a song, in that song, you begin with the concept, and then you just fill out the rest of the words in the song to uh, tell a story or to fulfill the purpose of the concept." He said, "This paperwork that you need to fill out, all they asking you for is the song that describes your record label." And it was like an enlightenment, or a light went off. It was like the fear disappeared. Okay. Because I knew how to write a song. So when I could relate to that understanding and know that, oh, okay, all they're really asking me for is the concept of my record label, that I knew. So the fear disappeared. The fear itself didn't disappear, but I got an antidote for that fear, was confidence. All right. And so what me having the understanding opened the door for me, so to speak, and it removes the doubt, it removed the fear, it removed the anxiety, it removed the feelings of being inadequate. And all of a sudden, I felt very confident and able to, that I had the ability to do this and do it well, because I knew that I'm very good at writing songs. I'm a cold bitch. So I said, well, I can do that, and I'm definitely sure about my vision for the record label. So to place that in the perimeters of a concept, oh, that's easy to do, And I got to write, and I wrote and wrote and wrote. I wrote so much that it was almost like a book when I got through. So I submitted that, and it was approved. Long story short. But I wanted to share that with you all, how the fear that, and the reasons that I procrastinated on filling out the paperwork was because I feared something that wasn't really realistic. I in my mind at the time when I was procrastinating, there was this big monster of life, keeping me from my dreams, and it was a big gate, with a padlock on it that said, "Keep out. You can't come in here. You're not qualified." And I'm just so thankful to God. He's a very good teacher, and he's taught me many things in life that, with my disabilities, that I would not have been able to accomplish if it had not been for him teaching, breaking things down to me in the lowest terms. Having a little extra to do to accomplish your goals, it's not the same thing as not being able to do it at all, So I said that to encourage anyone and everyone who is embarking upon something that seems impossible. One of the things that I always say, and people quote me, I find one thing that I always say is that things ain't always what they seemed. And I say that a lot because I have come across situations where people lie, pretend, and I've had fears within myself, or other people have tried to cause me to doubt myself or to doubt my ability to uh, reach a certain goal or accomplish something. And over and over again, I have proven them wrong, or I have exposed people for what they really are. A lot of times people will try to put fear in you and doubt in you. People call them fear mongers. All right. And a lot of times people will try to put fear in you because, and it's not, may not be intentional all the time. Sometimes people fear themselves. You know, they have fear within them, and they doubt themselves, and they don't see where this whatever it is that you're trying to do as being possible. And I went to the business association to get some help with my paperwork on my record label, and it's called SCORE. I'm sorry, SCORE. And they're supposed to help you with business planning and things of that nature, but they were no help to me. As a matter of fact, they told me that their so-called experts told me that I couldn't do it. Well, it's done. It's done. And that's why I'm so confident in reaching further goals. We've actually made history because we are the first record label in the history of the music industry to acquire a federal status that we've obtained. So I'm very proud of that. But most importantly, I am thankful for the success of reaching this level, because it is a testament to other people that look at my life and see my struggles, and they know up close, and it's been an encouragement to them. And you're guaranteed to succeed if you don't give up. That's worth repeating. You're guaranteed to succeed if you don't give up.